Hey gentlemen, welcome back. Let's get straight to it. What really happens to your prostate if you masturbate every single day? It's a question many men quietly wonder about, especially as we get older, but few ever discuss openly. For most men, the prostate remains a mystery, a small gland that only grabs attention once problems start. We hear the stories, we feel the anxiety, and often we simply avoid the subject, even with our doctors. There's stigma, there's confusion, and there's a mountain of misinformation out there. But avoiding your own health out of embarrassment or uncertainty is one of the worst decisions you can make for your well-being. So today, we're breaking the silence to have a direct, honest talk about the dangers of daily masturbation, especially for men past 40 or 50. In this video, we'll explore what science actually says about ejaculation frequency, masturbation, and prostate function, and reveal the hidden risks every man should understand. We'll also look at the 3 key changes your prostate undergoes after 40. And most importantly, I'll give you a clear, practical plan to help protect your prostate long-term. Stay tuned, because one of these tips involves common foods already sitting in your kitchen. Foods that enhance prostate health, unlike masturbation, which can actually make things worse. What exactly is the prostate? Think of it as a walnut-sized gland that sits just below your bladder, wrapped around the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of your body. Its main role? To produce the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm, a key part of male reproductive health. For most of your life, it quietly does its job in the background. But here's the important truth. After age 40, especially into your 50s and 60s, the prostate naturally begins to enlarge. That growth is part of aging, but when it expands, it squeezes the urethra. That's why men start experiencing slower flow, difficulty starting urination, and those frustrating nightly wake-ups to empty the bladder, yet still feeling like it's never completely done. Sound familiar? You're not alone. So, is frequent ejaculation helpful or harmful? Here's the straight answer. Daily masturbation can harm your prostate, especially as you age. Despite older beliefs, modern evidence paints a different picture. Constant stimulation keeps the prostate overactive, which can lead to irritation and chronic inflammation in this sensitive gland. And inflammation isn't harmless. It's now understood to be a major trigger behind prostate swelling, discomfort, and even dangerous cellular changes. That old prostate cleansing myth that frequent ejaculation flushes toxins doesn't apply to older men. Instead, overuse causes hormonal imbalance, interrupts your body's repair cycles, and can actually worsen BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, even heightening long-term cancer risk. So, depending on masturbation for prostate health? That's not protection, it's potential damage. That's why masturbation adds to the strain. What happens inside the aging body? Let's look at the 3 key changes your prostate faces once you pass 40 and why masturbation adds to the strain. 1. Enlargement and fluid retention. As men age, the prostate naturally enlarges, a process called BPH. It isn't cancer, but it's responsible for many urinary issues. Masturbating daily makes this worse. It overstimulates the gland, causing irritation and poor drainage. The result? Fluid retention, pressure, persistent discomfort, low-grade inflammation that never really goes away. If you're serious about preventing further harm, type STOP in the comments below as a promise to yourself to start protecting your health today. Let me share a real case from my clinic. Frank, age 65, came in complaining of chronic pelvic pain and waking 4 to 5 times each night to urinate. After we spoke honestly, he admitted to masturbating daily, sometimes multiple times, believing it kept him healthy. The truth? His prostate was swollen, irritated, and unable to fully release its fluids. Once he stopped the habit, focused on a clean, anti-inflammatory diet, and began mild daily exercise, his symptoms drastically improved. Frank's story is proof that the old flushing theory can actually backfire for older men. 2. Hormonal shifts. As men grow older, testosterone naturally declines, but a larger portion of it converts into dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, a stronger hormone that drives prostate cell growth. Frequent masturbation throws this delicate system off balance, causing excess DHT production, which accelerates prostate enlargement and aggravation. 3. Cellular abnormalities. Every day, your body's cells regenerate, but over decades, that renewal process becomes less precise, and the odds of abnormal cell development rise. If your prostate stays inflamed or irritated from constant stimulation, this cellular stress intensifies, raising the risk of DNA errors, mutations, and potentially prostate cancer. What should you do instead? Here are the 4 foundational lifestyle pillars every man past 40 should follow to protect his prostate. Pillar 1. Annual medical checkups. From the age of 40, or earlier if prostate problems run in your family, see your urologist every year. This includes both the PSA blood test and the digital rectal exam, or DRE. Yes, the DRE isn't comfortable, but those brief 15 seconds could truly save your life. Real strength isn't in avoidance, it's in taking charge of your health. Early detection remains your greatest defense against prostate disease. Pillar 2. Anti-inflammatory nutrition. Feed your body foods that fight inflammation and naturally safeguard the prostate. Reduce or avoid red meats, fried meals, processed foods, and refined sugar. Instead, prioritize vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats like avocado, nuts, and olive oil. And here's a quiet powerhouse: tomatoes. They're loaded with lycopene, a potent antioxidant consistently shown to improve prostate wellness. Cooked tomatoes, such as sauces and pastes, unlock even higher levels of lycopene. Forget the false promises of masturbation and focus on nutrition that genuinely heals. If this part resonates or gives you clarity, type 1 in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like so this vital message reaches other men who need to hear it. Pillar 3. Daily movement. You don't need to train like an athlete, but staying active is crucial. Aim for at least 30 minutes of brisk walking most days, and include strength or resistance exercises to keep hormones balanced. Add Kegel exercises as well. They strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, support your bladder and prostate, and improve urinary control. Make this your daily rhythm and leave behind risky, exhausting behaviors like habitual masturbation. Pillar 4. Proper hydration. Simple but essential. Drink between 2 and 3 liters of water daily. Hydration keeps your urinary tract working efficiently, flushes waste, and reduces buildup in the prostate. There's no quick fix, and definitely not through masturbation. Stick to proven habits that restore and sustain your health. Wrapping it all up, Caring for your prostate is something no man should postpone, especially after 40. Avoiding harmful patterns like daily masturbation and focusing on these 4 lifestyle foundations will protect your vitality, clarity, and long-term independence. Break the silence, stay informed, and take real action. That's the greatest investment you can make for yourself. Before you leave, subscribe if you haven't yet, so you never miss out on vital health strategies for men like you. And I'd love to hear from you. Which part of this message opened your eyes the most? Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Your words motivate us to keep creating content that helps men live stronger, longer, and healthier. Please share this video with someone who needs it. A brother, a father, a friend. Stay sharp, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.